do for you, Mara?
Sorry to barge in like this, Mavis, but I was wondering if you could spare some bread for our tea. When Betty got to the baker's, they got none left. You know what Betty's like. Probably stopped off on the way to play, silly girl. The queues are so long these days, you've got to get there early. So we've got dripping, but no bread.
I'll cut you a few slices. You've done the same for us enough times.
So, how are you, Billy?
Answer Mrs. Roberts, Billy. Stop being so ignorant.
No, Mavis, that's all right. Is anything wrong?
The silly young fool wants to go to town hall tomorrow to sign up.
Sign up? But what for? You've got a good job in engineering. You're making shelves now, aren't you? That's helping the war effort.
That's what I've told him.
Besides, it's all going to be over soon. The papers say we've got the Huns on the run.
Yeah, they said that last year and it didn't happen. They're still going out here.
Who'd look after your mum and your little nieces if you went off to fight? There's only you earning now.
I could go back to work.
Mr. Braithwaite.
You can't even manage the stairs. How could you work?
I could do something. I know how the lad feels. You feel it's your duty, don't you?
It's what a man's got to do. I'm 18. I've been working 5 years. It's time I enlisted like other men my age. I'm a man, not a wimp.
But they're not all enlisted.
How do you know that?
Mrs. Price's been said so.
Johnny Price, that agitator. The Prices are troublemakers.
They're Labour people, and they're good church folk going too.
They're cowards, that's what they are.
There then, Mr. Braithwaite. You mustn't get upset like this.
This is your fault.
My fault. Why is it my fault? Grandad agrees with me. It's you that's in the wrong.
Now, Billy, you shouldn't speak to your mum like that. Just try and catch your breath, Mr. Braithwaite.
Hey up!
You've told him, I take it?
So the two of you discussed it before talking to me, and I expect Arthur Riley you want to sign up too.
Actually, I don't. Your Billy knows that, Mrs. Giddings.
Well, good for you. Bet your mum's relieved to hear it. So if Arthur's not signing up, Billy, why should you?
Arthur's got his views, and I've got mine.
And why ain't you signing up, Arthur? Have those agitators got to you too?
No. It's against my religion, Mr. Braithwaite. I've been thinking a lot about this. It's against my conscience to sign up and against God's will to kill other human beings. We're all human beings no matter where we're from. There's this German lad who lives on College Avenue. He might talk a bit funny, but he's just like the rest of us.
I shouldn't think so. Have you read what the Huns have been doing? They bayonet babies and rape women.
Dad, don't say such things in his house.
I'm only telling the lad what I've read.
That may as well be, but only puts more stupidness into our Billy's head.
Anyway, you shouldn't believe everything you read in the newspapers.
All this talk about religion and conscience. Why don't you just admit it? You're one of them cowards the papers talk about.
Now hold on, Billy.
Do you know what they call you at the factory, Arthur Riley? They call you wet yourself halfway. You're the only one that doesn't want to sign up.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Stop it! It's only those of you working on putting shelves together who want to sign up. The lot of you. You're intoxicated with the smell of chlorite. You think it's one big adventure, don't you? You think it's a day out in the country. Stop it! Well, it's not! Have you been to the railway when they bring the wounded back? No, I didn't think you had. Men come back blinded, with only arms and legs, they're the lucky ones, or perhaps the unlucky ones. I think I'd rather be dead than made for a life. Is that what you want for yourself, Billy Giddings?
But if we had more soldiers, there wouldn't be so many coming back injured. It's our lack of numbers thing. That's what General Haig says. I'm surprised at your father, Arthur. Not wanting you to sign up.
Father doesn't want me to sign up. My two brothers already have. You ought to be careful, Arthur, or you'll get the white feather.
What'd you say that for? I thought he's on my side.
Well, I am, but I can see what Billy's trying to say. I know I'm lucky because I've only got girls, but you hear lots of lads saying that they need to help their country out. I'm sure your German's very nice, Arthur, but I agree with Mr. Braithwaite. They're doing some terrible things to the French and Belgians.
See, Billy lad, we're not all against you going.
French, Germans, Belgians. I am sorry for the war, and I am sorry for those caught up in it. But what's it got to do with us? What's it got to do with our Billy? Your dad fought in the South African War, didn't he, Arthur?
Yes, Mrs. Giddings, he did.
You wouldn't have known him when he went, and you're far too young to remember what he was like when he came back. But I remember young Mum having twine-eyed bruises with her hair, and him rolling out the public's house, having spent the week's wages. Billy's father never came back at all. He died in a foreign country. I don't even know where he's buried. I don't have a grave I can mourn over. I have memories. And now Billy Giddings, you want to give me more grief!
Careful, Mr. Braithwaite.
You've had your say, Mavis. Now it's my turn. War is never a beautiful thing, but there are some things that have to be fought for. The Germans want to take away our British way of life and put us under the heel of the Kaiser. Instead of tripe and onions, we'd be having sausage and sauerkraut. Instead of speaking English, we'd be speaking German. This may be insignificant to you, Mavis Braithwaite, but it's not to me, and thousands like me. We are proud of our country, we are proud of our king, and we are proud of our empire. The greatest in the world. If it were up to me, I'd be fighting. And you know what? I'm proud of our Billy for being ready to lay down his life for our country. And if you're not Mavis, well then that makes you nothing more than a friend to the enemy.
That's not a nice thing to say, Mr. Braithwaite.
Isn't it, Arthur Riley? Well, there's another thing that's not nice to say. I've got no time for able-bodied young men like you. We think the German race is nice and won't lift a finger to help their country in its hour of need. If you get the white feather, you deserve it. If it were up to me, you'd be straight out under a gun carriage and wait until you came to your senses. I think I've said too much now, so I'll shut up.
I think I'll be off then. I only intend to pop in. Will you wonder where I am?
Thanks for calling, Arthur. You know, you're welcome here any time.
Thanks. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, Billy. Good night. Well, I'll be off too.
Mary,
Yes?
don't you want the bread you came for?
Oh, yes. Of course.
Grandad?
Yes, son?
Will you come with me to the town hall tomorrow?